guest. All right, we got Mr. Daryl Long. What's going on, brethren?
How are you guys doing this evening? Thank you for having me.
It is a pleasure. Thanks for coming.
You guys have a
All
beautiful
right.
panel. Very chocolate.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's what we do. It's a
Like
nice
I
little
chocolate.
like it.
chocolate panel. You know what I'm saying? So what's been going on? So what's the word on these in these streets? Miscommunication. What's going on in the streets?
What's going on in the street?
Oh,
I told you I'm not for the streets anymore, but
Oh, you got rescued too?
I'm not for the streets, but
mhm.
I will say that this summer I will be in the streets. I won't be for the streets, but I will be in the streets. I will be
Okay.
every
Is that a play on words?
yes. So I will be so I will definitely be at every rooftop bar, every festival, or I'm gonna be outside. Every concert, I'm gonna be outside because
Okay.
I'm
Meet me
feeling
outside.
No,
outside.
Sounds
with
like a-
or without someone, because I didn't catch the first part. Like I feel like you glazed over that.
What I'm not in the show, I'm not.
She's not for the
You
street.
answer my question.
I'm gonna be in the streets, but I'm not gonna be fun. But I'm not for the streets. You know what I mean? Like it
You
is
saying the same thing? I ain't getting no different answer. Yes, you gonna be with somebody or no?
Oh, are you gonna be with?
The
Oh.
question is, have you been rescued from the streets like some
Yeah.
No,
Okay. I thought you was leaving me, sis. All out here by my lonesome.
No, girl, we in this together. We're gonna ride this
Right. I was like, damn. Oh, thought I was by myself. Okay, thanks.
What up through the fire podcast? What's happening?
Hey.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for watching.
All right. Yo, what up, Simp God Clips?
Oh, that's
Happening.
that's Daryl's folks. What up, Simp God?
All right. Hey, Tate, update you. Have you been rescued from the streets? Have you been
No,
thrown over the shoulder?
And I'm still very much so in the streets. Now,
We got
I'm not thrilled about it, okay, to be honest. I'm not thrilled about it because if you know, you know. All right.
God
But
get you rescued.
yeah, y'all pray for me.
I know
Yeah.
Black Pearl. I think Black Pearl. She's been rescued. They thrown over the shoulder.
So happy for
Get out of them streets. Congratulations to you, madam.
love some love. We love some love.
Okay. I'm like, how did I get into this conversation?
How you get flash?
conversation because you in the conversation.
Okay.
I'm not throwing over anyone's shoulder, but I am not in the streets. Is that better? Because I feel so Wilma Flintstone when you say
Throw me over your shoulder.
Are you
Hey,
ladies dating?
look. Hey, see, don't fight it. Look, Tate. You out here trying to downplay it, Tate. Like,
Oh, me. Okay.
Are you
so-
ladies dating this summer? Miscommunication. I don't mean to interrupt. I heard you said you're going to be out here having fun, going to concerts, living your best life, looking beautiful.
Yes.
Are you like going to be dating this summer, or you just living your best life yourself solo?
No,
not asking for myself. Just starting conversation. Just starting conversation.
Oh, okay. No, I'm good. No, honestly, I just feel as though for a long time, I've been kind of like in the house, right? And it's like I'm ready to put on. Listen, I lost some weight. I'm ready to put on some dresses. I'm ready to put on some shorts. I'm ready to be outside.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like it's time to bless the people with my presence. You know what I mean?
Oh, yes. That's what we
You
saying.
know what I mean? Like that part. And if I find somebody, hey,
If somebody finds you,
So what's your intention? Your intention is just to be about the streets, or to maybe end the summer retiring your street life. Maybe that's a
wow.
Damn, she said street life like.
Wow. I'll say
Damn.
this. What's for me will be for me.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
that's all there is. If it's
It's a to be determined.
yeah, that part.
boy, you not answering the question though.
Yes,
I mean,
honey.
usually I'm so like very forthcoming. But I will say this: I don't want to say anything that might block my blessings out here in this universe.
Well, maybe you need to manifest it. Let's look in a more.
Oh wow, this show is straight. I thought we were talking about something else today.
See, we got your ass. See, you talking about
I just want to come over here on Wednesdays. I said my watch.
we are tripping over. We've been kind of rude though, man. We normally ask, man, Daryl, Yo,
Yes, sir.
you're a new guest, man. You ain't been here. Tell the people about yourself where they can see you and all that good stuff. We're so rude, getting in her business.
It's okay. You know, I just I enjoy a good conversation. I've been in YouTube for far too long. I actually so my name is Daryl Long, ladies. I go by the Sim God these days. I started off in the Manosphere sector immediately, right? Way
Oh,
before they start focusing on women, when it was more self improvement of men. What are you doing better to actually go and get the woman that you feel like you deserve?
Mm.
Um, Instead of asking this woman to actually lower her standards, are you going to just meet her where she's at? Right? Do you even have a structure to bring this woman into? Is your life structure, is your mental health on point? How is your communication? So there's just a lot of different things I was working on, and other men were too. And then it shifted from that to making money off pretty much shitting on black women, and I'm not really
right.
a part of that. And d- despite that being very profitable, it's kind of draining in my opinion. So I
Yeah.
got out of that realm, and the men started to really consider me a simp, and I kind of just enjoyed it. It's like it is what it is.
So did they? 'Cause I've seen this in that space. I've kind of looked here. I'm not on that, so I couldn't really handle too much of it. But I've seen when people kind of get away from it, they attack them, call them a simp, and like just go in on them with this. So you had that experience yourself?
Yeah, I did. Um, and it's nothing. There's no reason to bring up any content creators' names because it's
Yeah,
all
yeah,
fun and competitive and stuff like that, right? But ultimately, there are times when, for example, let's talk about like the single moms, right? The men in this space, a lot of them don't have children. The ones that do don't have full time custody of their children. Or they make these arguments that they heard from someone else saying, well, the man can't be there 24/7 anyway if you're a full time father. Well, you wouldn't know because you're not a full time father.
right,
In my situation, I am. Right. So, and I have been with my youngest child for the last 4 years since she's been born. So I started to really, before when I didn't understand the things that women were talking about as single parents, as I went through it, I started to understand, right? Um, and once I started to make these arguments with the women saying, hey, maybe this is really our fault, right? Maybe when we look at um, the black man having the fourth grade reading level, we can't blame single mothers. Maybe when we talk about criminals and crime happening, for example, on my show, I did a last weekend in Chicago, 30 people got shot. Are we going to blame it all on single mothers and say that this is single moms' fault, while at the same time telling black women that we built the country in the patriarchal system that they live in today? Um, I think that, and like, listen, like I said, Mr. Tyrone, I've been here for a very, very, very long time.
yeah, yeah,
The men, they just refuse to take accountability for their actions and for their results. And while we're in the situations that we're in, whether you're talking about dating, whether you're talking about education, whether you're talking about financial, whether you're talking about career wise, even your health wise, how your body look, et cetera, et cetera. That's the problem that I have with the manosphere.
So it's funny that you bring that up. So do you have strong opinions about the new trending soft guy era, which is what we're here to talk about, where men are saying, not all men, some men, few men, are referring to switching the role and being tired of being the sole provider, and basically what they are being raised to be as men in women's lives. They're saying that women should be that for them in their lives. Do you feel that anything towards that new trending mindset?
I think soft guy era shows again that these black men have no identity and can't think for themselves. So they copy, for example, Shira Seven's famous sprinkle sprinkle and turned that into drizzle drizzle, right? So again, instead of saying that, hey, I want to be treated like a man, they're just copying what you guys are doing. Oh, the women want to go 50-50. Well, fine. We're going 50-50 too. Now you have to pay half of my half of my date. You got to pay for this. This is ridiculous. It's crazy. After they asked miscommunication to go out and pick her up and pick them up in her car and pay for the date too, they still gonna want to dominate her sexually at the end of the night and feel like a man. But you don't want to feel like a man throughout the relationship. You don't want to feel like a man when you're paying for stuff, and you want to be, you want to be treated like a king when you're not a king. And so I think soft guy era, in my opinion, is for, I'm not gonna call them losers because I don't want to use ad hominems, but I will say that I think that though those men are lower tier, that those are the men that do not have access to women for one reason or another, and they're choosing to, I guess, punish women by saying, "Hey, Black Pearl, you want to go out with Daryl Lawn? You got to pay for my date too, and you got to pay for my gas money. You're going to stay single. You're going to stay single." That's not showing a woman that you can lead. That's not showing her that you can make a plan, create a plan, execute that plan instead of just talking. Right? What that's showing her is that she is going to have to pay for you. You're going to be relying on her. They go 50-50 now on the bills. What happened when you got to get a mortgage? Miscommunication. What happens then? Right? What happens when it's time to open a business? What happens when it's time to take care of the kids? Are you then leading too? It's one thing to have a say in that relationship, but for you to have to lead that, man, I don't think any of y'all want that. I think that's the reason why soft guy era is going to fail. I can see my time.
So could it be more